This program is sponsored by Chocolations, located at 607 East Boston Post Road in Mamaroneck.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to LMC Varsity Sports and today's presentation of Mamaroneck Varsity Baseball. We've got a great matchup in store for you. It's the second of a home-and-home matchup between the Mamaroneck Tigers and the New Rochelle Huguenots. Mamaroneck pitched a 3-0 shutout thanks to Isaac Lewis on the mound. Today, it will be the sophomore phenom, Joey Casper, with his first start of the season. It's going to be very essential that Joey pitch well today because he needs to prove that he can be a factor here as we head into the postseason. They're going to need his pitching in addition to Lewis, Plunkett, and Tantillo. They've been a great three-man battery, but they need some more pitching depth if they want to go far in the postseason, which is definitely what Coach Schiaparelli has in mind for this roster. We'll be back in just a minute with the first pitch here on LMC Varsity Sports. So here we are for the first pitch at Manchester Field. Mamaroneck High School is 11-4 on the season. New Rochelle comes into this game at 3-7. As I mentioned in the pregame, Mamaroneck shut New Rochelle out 3-0. Isaac Lewis going the distance for the complete game shutout. He has been masterful this season. And we have Jake Tito at the plate and Joey Casper on the mound. The first pitch looked to be down the middle, but we are up in the right field bleachers, and I guess it was a little low. So 1-0. Gets that one up a little bit higher, but it was inside, so he starts out with the 2-0 count to Tito. Tito was 0 for 3 on the day yesterday. Lewis scattered 5 hits over 7 innings with only 2 walks. Pitch low for 3-0, and he is facing a walk in his first batter. Casper needs to find his command early to make sure that he stays in the game. We'll see if Schiaparelli has a short leash. He has earlier in the season for Casper, and there is a strike down the middle. Casper, a sophomore, one of 3 sophomores on the roster this season. Cringdon, another sophomore, gets the start behind the plate. McIntyre at shortstop, and that is low for ball 4, and New Rochelle has their first runner on for the day, the leadoff batter, and here striding to the plate is number 20, the first baseman, Steven Ryder. Ryder with a good bat at the plate and a good glove in the field. He was making some nice plays against Mamaroneck yesterday. Let's see if Casper looks to keep Tito close to first. And a hard shot, ricochets off McIntyre. Correction, ricochets off McLaughlin. McIntyre scoops it up, and the throw goes through the glove of Zingini. So the runner going to second, Tito, moves over to third on the error. They'll check on McLaughlin. No, Max McLaughlin waves Coach Schiaparelli off, says he's all right. That was a hard shot off of McLaughlin's leg. So it's now first and third, no outs. Casper does the fake to third, fake to first. No throw as Charlie Glennon, the catcher, in the 3-hole, throw in the dirt, and the New Rochelle bench is loud and boisterous here at the start of the game. Going around the infield, it's number 7, Max McLaughlin, a senior, headed to the University of Michigan in their engineering school. The sophomore, Ryan McIntyre, at short. Senior Michael Campbell at second base. He is going to play for Manhattan next season. As Casper drops in a curveball for strike one, 1-1. And the senior Gavin Zingini headed to Boston College in the fall at first base. Around the outfield and left field is Asher Tannenbaum, also headed to Michigan. Ethan Renner in center field, also going to Boston College. And Michael DeVito in right field, headed to Clemson next fall. Zach Crington, as I mentioned, the sophomore, behind the plate. And Joey Casper on the mound. Another curveball dropped in for strike 2. 1-2 to Glennon. Coach Chaparelli got a good look at Glennon and his hot bat yesterday. So he's starting him off with the off-speed stuff here. Gets a 2-strike count. We'll see if Casper can finish him off. Fastball low. Good job of Crington to drop and block that one. Evens the count at 2-2. Mamaroneck without an error yesterday, so they start off with one here in the first inning as that curveball doesn't break enough, and the count is now full. Three and 2 count with runners on first and third here in the top of the first. Pickoff move just a hair late as Ryder able to dive back into the bag safely. Plenty of dirt on that first baseman leading off of first. And the 3-2 count. Curveball, strike 3 looking. Beautiful pitch by the sophomore to get the first out of the inning. Now striding to the plate, Steven Santarpia, the shortstop, in the cleanup spot for New Rochelle. Mamaroneck has turned several double plays, 4-6-3 and 6-4-3. We'll see if they can get a ground ball up the middle to end the inning. Oh, another great curveball gets him swinging at that one. It might have been a changeup. Mason Rosenberg is on deck for New Rochelle. Squeeze. He's got him. The rundown to McLaughlin. Now to Casper. Running him back to the bag. Oh, and they're going to tag him there. And that is 2 outs. Beautiful play as Ryder advances to second. But Tito is out in the failed squeeze attempt. So a beautiful job by the Mamaroneck defense executing on that play. Leaves a runner at second and 2 outs. And Santarpia is up with an 0-2 count. That pitch up a little. 1-2 with 2 outs, and Casper about to get out of a jam here with a great bit of pitching. Let's see if he can finish the job here in the top of the first. And the curveball popped up. Looks to be out of play. Oh, and it does drop. Foul in play. Zingini had trouble tracking it. He found the fence, but the pop-up just kept traveling over his head. So it's just nothing but a foul ball, and the count will remain 1-2. Santarpia had a single yesterday. He was 1 for 2 with a walk. Fastball just a little low. Evens the count at 2-2. Some good action here in the top of the first. Let's see if the Tigers are able to get out of it. Fantastic fastball as Santarpia swings right through it. And Casper finishes the job and gets out of the jam. So after the top of the first, it is 0-0 here at Mamaroneck High School. The Tigers coming up to bat. We'll have Campbell, Tannenbaum, and Renner as the first three hitters when we come right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. So here we are back in the bottom of the first inning. Going around the infield for New Rochelle, Rosenberg at third base, Santarpia is the shortstop, Callahan at second, and Ryder at first. Semenza in left, Riemann in center, and Tito in right. Felici on the mound, and the battery mate will be Charlie Glennon behind the dish. Up first for Mamaroneck is Michael Campbell. Campbell is a 3-year starter on varsity. And a fly ball into the gap. Riemann chases it down, settles under it for the first out. Campbell started out as the shortstop for Mamaroneck as a sophomore, eventually moved over to second base, and he will be playing center field for Manhattan. Now the hot-hitting Asher Tannenbaum watches strike one. Tannenbaum suffered a separated shoulder in the preseason in a scrimmage against Harrison, sliding into second base, and a hard ground ball, just foul. 0-2 is the count. He rehabbed well and came back in about a third of the way through the season, and he has settled down the left field position for Coach Chaparelli here, rounding out a very solid roster. Oh, check swing back to the pitcher. Oh, and he flubs the ball, and Tannenbaum is safe with an error on the pitcher. So Felici was able to corral that ball and throw it over to Ryder, but well after Tannenbaum's speed got him through the bag, and now he leads off first with Renner up at the plate. Renner looks for his classic Ethan Renner running bunt attempt. It's very unusual for a right-handed batter to get such a great jump on a bunt attempt. It's almost like a drag bunt from the right side, which is almost unheard of. Unfortunately, yesterday he ran into the ball and was called out, as you cannot make contact with the ball. Taylor made double play, but Tannenbaum was moving quickly, and so Santarpia had to go to first with the ball for the second out of the inning. Now up the designated hitter, Drew Antonelli. Antonelli having a fantastic season at the plate so far for the Tigers. He has had countless line drives into left field this season. There he flays the ball out into right field. Just foul. Perfectly placed between the first baseman, second baseman, and right fielder, but it falls harmlessly for strike one. One of the keys for Mamaroneck all season has been grabbing that early lead. They've only lost 4 times all year and only once after grabbing a first inning lead, and that was in the championship game down in South Carolina. Pitch stays high for ball 1, 1-1. Mamaroneck ran through some of the top teams in the Southeast region, beating teams from Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina before finally falling to a team from Virginia in the championship. Gave them a lot of momentum, and they haven't lost since. Looking to finish the season strong here with a game today here against New Rochelle, and then they have another game against Scarsdale, which they beat 3-1 last week. And then they play Regis School before actually they play RC Ketchum, who is currently undefeated and in first place in Section 1. Felici delivers, and Antonelli sends it to straightaway center field, but right into the waiting glove of Riemann, and that will do it here for the first inning. So, no score after 1. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the second now. Leadoff hitter Mason Rosenberg, the third baseman. He'll be followed by Chris Semenza, the left fielder, and Ricky Riemann, the center fielder, as the first pitch high for ball 1. Casper with a nice fastball down the middle, just below the zone, 2-0. Curveball stays up. It's 3-0 as Casper, pitching from the stretch, trying to quiet down his motion and work on his consistency. We'll see if that pays dividends here. Pitch catches the bottom of the zone there on the fastball, 3-1. Rosenberg was 2 for 3 yesterday with a hit down the left field line and 1 to center field. There's a ground ball to McLaughlin. Throws across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Good job by the senior cutting that one off. And the frequent closer for the Tigers fires a fastball over to first for the first out. McLaughlin has 5 saves on the season, I believe. He was essential in getting them to the championship game. Oh, great job there by Zangini. He trapped it, so he climbs to his feet and trots over to first. Takes it himself for the second out. Casper threw 18 pitches in the first inning. He's only thrown 6 here in the second, and he's already got 2 outs as the center fielder Riemann comes to the plate. Riemann was 0 for 3, went to DeVito 3 times yesterday for 3 fly ball outs. And there's another one to right field. Oh, looks like more center field, and the sure-gloved center fielder Ethan Renner tracks that one down with ease, and that will do it. 7 pitches gets Casper out of the inning here in the top of the second. We'll be right back. Bottom of the second now. And Michael DeVito steps to the plate. Bunt down the third baseline, catches the third baseman deep, and the throw is offline, and DeVito will stay at first with the single, beating that one out. Great job and a great call on the bunt. Catches the third baseman off guard. Errant throw insignificant as the speed of DeVito gets him down the first baseline in plenty of time. Now up to the plate is the hot-hitting shortstop, Ryan McIntyre. He sent a few shots deep into left field. Unfortunately, they found the glove against White Plain. He put one all the way up against the fence, but the cold, wet air just knocked it down before it could get over. And there's a hard ground ball into the hole. DeVito will hold at second, and we have 2 runners on, 2 pitches in. So Mamaroneck with something brewing here in the bottom of the second. And Max McLaughlin at the plate. Old school McLaughlin not wearing any batting gloves. He represented Mamaroneck in the home run derby down in South Carolina. He was actually cheated out of 1 home run, would have put him into the next round, or at least in a playoff for the next round. But he did hit a 2-run shot in the championship game. Oh, and the ball goes through to center field, but DeVito did not have an opportunity to run on that one, so he'll stay at second. McLaughlin also hit a monstrous home run here earlier in the season. I believe that was a 3-run shot. We'll see if he can come up with the same sort of magic here. No, he squares to bunt. That's not the first time he has squared the bunt, but the ball is in the dirt for ball 1. Proving the unique style of Coach Schiaparelli. He will square to bunt with any batter in the order. Always keeping the defense on their toes. There he squares to bunt again, and the ball is out of the zone. So he works a 2-0 count. McLaughlin has the catcher Cringdon on deck, and the first baseman, Captain Gavin Zingini, in the hole. Now Schiaparelli calls him over for a little direct conversation, try and strategize what to do with this 2-0 count. Schiaparelli wants to test this New Rochelle defense. He did so yesterday. Unfortunately, got Zingini caught at home testing the arm of the left fielder who threw a perfect strike to the plate. And there he squares the bunt again. Unfortunately, fouls that one straight back, so it's now 2-1. Still a hitter's count, though. Pitch high, 3-1. Good job by Glennon to pop up and catch that one over his head. Felici only has thrown 16 pitches here, 6 in the second inning. But he's feeling the pressure here with 2 on and no out. McLaughlin way ahead of that changeup. It's now 3-2. He waits on that, sends a fly ball to center field. May not be enough for DeVito to tag up, and yes, it is a little too shallow. So the runners will stay where they are. And now Zach Cringdon comes to the plate. Cringdon mostly a pull hitter. He's had several nice ropes into left field. He and junior Kobe Menser share the catcher duties, and a foul ball comes up to the broadcast booth. 0-1. Vital that Mamaroneck try and capitalize on this opportunity and get some of these base runners home. And there, Cringdon with a nice bloop into center. Oh, and the line drive goes straight to the center fielder, Riemann. So now 2 outs, and Felici looking to get out of a jam of his own, just like Casper did in the first. Captain Gavin Zangini who loves to go the other way, has power to right field, has several line drives into the right center field gap and to right field. That pitch is in the dirt, and the runners stay where they are. 1-0. Pitch outside, 2-0 to Zangini. Gavin Zangini, also captain of the basketball team, had a stellar season for Mamaroneck. Unfortunately, they fell short of getting to the sectional semis. And a strike on the inside corner as Zangini watches the fastball. Two and one count, and he fouls that one up to the right of the booth. 2-2 count with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Felici from the stretch, and a line drive down the right field line, out of play. Gives a minor scare to the track and field participants who are practicing here on the outskirts of Manchester Field.
Let's go, Gav!
Once again on the 2-2 count, Felici with the delivery and the ground ball, hot shot to second base, and that will do it as they force McIntyre at second to end the inning. We'll be back in just a moment here on LMC Varsity Sports. Top of the third inning, still scoreless here at Mamaroneck High School as the Tigers host New Rochelle. Casper yet to give up a hit. We'll see if I jinx him here. I seem to have that talent. And the first pitch fouled straight back. 0-1. Good live fastball from the sophomore, who is topped 80 miles an hour on the gun in workouts for college teams. Not sure where his velocity is currently. And the curveball drops down low. 1-1 as Matthew Carter, the number 8 batter for New Rochelle, is at the plate. Fastball inside for ball 2, 2-1 to Carter, who did not play yesterday, so we don't have any data on his performance. And a fly ball out of play down the right field line. 2-2. Casper has settled in nicely after a little bit of trouble in the top of the first inning. Really showing his stuff here as he gets deeper into the game. Curveball drops in for strike 3, a beautiful curve. He has been working on that with his pitching coach, Coach Dan Zlotnick in Upper Westchester. Give a shout out to him. He's done wonderful things for the sophomore. Joey Casper also pitches for Coach Steve Erker in Interstate Baseball in his college showcase team. Swing and a miss to the second baseman, Jack Callahan, as Casper works ahead early in the count. High and outside, evens the count at 1-1. Casper keeping his pitch count relatively low, aided by the quick second inning. Another swing and a miss. Looked like a changeup there as Callahan was way out in front of that one. 1-2 count to the number 9 hitter. Line drive, chased by Tannenbaum, and that is the first hit of the afternoon for the Huguenots. Good piece of hitting there from the 9 spot. And we're back to the top of the order. Tito worked out a walk in his first at bat. Giving some token attention to the runner at first as Callahan looks athletic. Want to make sure they keep him off of second base if they can help it. Pitch, ground ball to McIntyre. Good glove. Bobbles it. Throw. No good. And Callahan will advance to third, and he rounds there and holds. So first and third once again for New Rochelle as Steven Ryder comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He had a hard ground ball and got to first on the ricochet off McLaughlin and the drop by Zingini on McIntyre's throw. The fake to third, fake to first, keep the runners from moving. Ryder swings a heavy bat. We'll see if Casper can handle him. Another fake third first move. Still no score, as we mentioned, here in the top of the third inning. Curveball drops down. Good job by Cringdon to drop and block that one. 1-0. Throws over to first. Trying to keep Tito close to the bag. Decent turnout here from both schools as Ryder fouls that one off. Just nicks off the end of the bat. 1-1 the count. Stephen Astis coming to you from Manchester Field, bringing you LMC Varsity Sports presentation of Mamaroneck Varsity Baseball. Mamaroneck hosting the New Rochelle Huguenots. New Rochelle coming in on the season at 3-7, Mamaroneck 11-4. And the pitch. Drops, and Cringdon has trouble finding the ball. No matter though, Tito is on his way to second, and he is in easily with the stolen base. So it's now second and third, 2-1 count. Sagini playing on the edge of the grass. McLaughlin playing at normal depth along with the other infielders. Oh, beautiful curveball by Casper. Fools Ryder. He doesn't even offer at it. He was not ready for that pitch. So it's now 2-2. Casper with the pitch, and Ryder fouls it into the third base fence. Count remains 2-2. Ryder was 1 for 4 yesterday, and there, once again, curveball in the dirt. It's now a full count, 3-2. 1 out, runners on second and third. Casper would love to get one past Ryder's bat here and get that second out, leaving the runners on base. Foul ball again, ahead of it, into the bullpen down the third baseline. Count stays full. McIntyre comes in and fouls one straight back towards us, over our heads. Quality at bat here from Ryder as he keeps fouling pitches off. Battling hard against Casper. And he sends one deep into center field. Renner able to track it down. That will be a sacrifice fly, scoring the first run of the day as Callahan tags up from third base. And it is now 1-0, New Rochelle. Tito does not advance as Renner gets the ball in quickly to the cutoff. So it's now 2 outs and a runner on second. And the number 3 hitter, Charlie Glennon, who struck out swinging in his first at bat. Oh, correction, actually, I believe he struck out looking. Yes, he did. Glennon ahead of that one, fouls it into the home dugout. 0-1. Oh, Casper had him leaning, but they were not covering second, so it was a harmless attempt on the pickoff. Casper now focused on the batter, and fastball just off the plate. 1-1. Glennon, one of the strongest hitters on this New Rochelle team. Curveball inside and low, 2-1. Now the count with 2 outs. A long inning here for Casper on the mound, coming up on his 23rd pitch of the inning. McIntyre fakes the runner at second into going back to the bag, and then Casper with the inside move, but McIntyre was only faking, so there was no throw. Pitch low and outside, and Cringdon squeezes that one. Snow cones it actually, as the count goes to 3-1. Nice grab by Cringdon to keep the runner at second. Although a single of the outfield would score him most likely anyway. Coach Schiaparelli pointing out to McIntyre that he needs to break to second on that because Casper was ready to throw, and he had Tito leaning again. The pitch, curveball, drops in for a strike. Daring 3-1 curve with 2 outs there. Now draws the count full. Glennon has not been able to time Casper up here so far in his first 2 at-bats. And another curveball. That one stays high. Looked to come into the zone. The Mamaroneck fans weren't happy about that, and we now have first and second with 2 outs. And the chirping is starting from Coach Schiaparelli. He did not like that call at all. Looked like it dropped into the zone, but no matter. It is the home plate ump's call, and he called it a ball. So now the cleanup hitter, Santarpia, pops one up straight to me. A little bit offline, so I couldn't make an attempt at the ball, not that I would right now. So 0-1 the count. Santarpia is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch there. 0-2. Would be solid work by Casper here if he's able to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored. Fastball, fly ball, and it drops in. Campbell throws it to no one, and now the runner from first is going to score, and Santarpia runs to second base. So it's now 3-0 New Rochelle on the bloop single by the shortstop Santarpia. So the throwing error scores the second runner on that play, and Santarpia advances on the throw. So it's now a runner on second, 3-0. Solid 2-out rally here from New Rochelle to take a 3-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. Casper's thrown 28 pitches in this inning, 53 pitches on the game. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from Cringdon, and Santarpia advances to third on the wild pitch. Mason Rosenberg 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out to third base. Now has an opportunity to get himself an RBI and it increase this New Rochelle lead. The New Rochelle dugout is getting very loud here, trying to spur their hitter on to get some magic. Curveball drops in for a strike. That was the exact same pitch that Coach Chaparelli was looking for, a called strike 3 that would have ended the inning. Has to be frustrating for the Mamaroneck Hall of Fame coach to see that one called a strike. Fastball up a little high, 2-1 the count. Fastball catches the top of the zone. It's now 2-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Mamaroneck trailing New Rochelle now 3-0. Curveball inside, misses the batter. So the count draws full now, 3-2. Casper with his 33rd pitch of the inning. The pitch, fastball line drive into the gap, and that drops down for a single. Renner throws it in to second base. And Rosenberg with an RBI hit makes it 4-0 New Rochelle. Now Chris Semenza up at the plate as the 2-out rally continues for the Huguenots. The sophomore delivers, fastball inside, ball 1. Pickoff move to keep Rosenberg close to the bag. Count is 1-0 to Semenza. Semenza grounded out to Zingini in his first at bat. Pitch down the middle, strike 1, 1-1. So all 3 hits and all 4 runs taking place here in the top of the third inning. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. 1-2 the count. So another opportunity for Casper to end the inning himself. We'll see if he can get it done. Senior Joey Tantillo is now up in the bullpen, stretching out his arm as Casper's pitch count is climbing into the 60s. Pitch in the dirt. Cringdon blocks it, but it gets away from him, and Rosenberg advances to second as the count evens at 2-2 on the wild pitch by Casper. The number 6 batter Semenza playing left field. Senior outfielder. Oh, and he weakly swings at that curveball. He was totally fooled. And finally, the inning comes to a close. 4 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors on 39 pitches for Joey Casper. In the bottom of the third, we'll have the top of the order coming up. Campbell Tannenbaum and Renner here on LMC Varsity Sports. Michael Campbell strides to the plate for Mamaroneck. 0 for 1 on the day. Hit a fly ball to left center field in his first at bat. Felici stays in with 26 pitches and drops an off-speed pitch in for strike one. Low evens the count at 1-1. Felici working quickly, and Campbell fouls that one up onto the roof down the left field line. Another line drive down the left field line to follow up the fly ball. This one stays in the field of play, but foul. Campbell able to lay off that pitch in the dirt, and the count's even at 2-2. Line drive over the left fielder. He backs up on it and gets it right at the wall for the first out. Tough result for Campbell on the good glove by Semenza. Had him turned around. But it is nothing but an out in the scorebook as Asher Tannenbaum now steps to the plate. Tannenbaum hit the ground ball on the check swing back to Felici. And there is a fly ball over shortstop. Looks to drop in, and it does. Drop in for a single on the first pitch. And we have a runner on for the Tigers as Ethan Renner, the senior captain, is now at the plate. Renner 0 for 1 as he grounded out to shortstop. Renner also the point guard for the baseball team, also a 3-year starter. Ball in the dirt, and despite Glennon's spectacular arm behind the plate, he was no match for the speed of Tannenbaum, who immediately moved on the ball in the dirt and takes second base on the wild pitch. 1-0 for Renner. A pitch in the dirt. Renner thought about the patented Ethan Renner bunt, but he let that one go. It's now 2-0. Ground ball into the hole. The shortstop gets back to his position. The throw just gets Renner at first as Tannenbaum is able to advance to third on the play. It's 2 outs now and a runner on third base. That brings the designated hitter Drew Antonelli to the plate. Antonelli 0 for 1. He flew out to center field. He swings at the first pitch in the dirt. Wishes he hadn't, as Glennon able to chase it down after blocking it at the plate. 0-1. Fly ball to center field. Riemann settles under it, and that'll do it here in the bottom of the third. Mamaroneck goes down on 12 pitches with 1 hit No runs, no errors for New Rochelle. We'll head to the top of the fourth inning. Mamaroneck trails 4-0 here on LMC Varsity Sports. Mamaroneck huddles at the back of the mound as they do before every inning. And they now all return to their positions. Casper with 64 pitches on the day through 4. It's a tough third inning for him as a couple of errors extended the inning and accounted for pretty much all the runs. Now at the plate, the center fielder, Ricky Riemann. 0 for 1 on the day. Riemann hit a fly ball to his counterpart in center field. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Pitch just under the zone now, 2-0. Curveball misses, 3-0 is the count. Casper walks to the back of the mound to settle himself as New Rochelle's dugout gets loud again. Pitch high, ball 4. 4 straight balls send Riemann to first base as Matthew Carter now steps to the plate. Carter struck out looking in his first at bat. Pickoff move keeps Riemann at first base as he dives safely back into the bag. The pitch. Bunt attempt fouled by Carter, trying to advance the runner. 0-1 the count. Tantillo continues to warm up in the bullpen. Casper with a sharper pickoff move that time, but Riemann was anticipating it. He gets back in safely. They expect the bunt. The throw down to second is late as Riemann has a stolen base. Carter with the strike on the pitch now faces 0-2. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Crington throws down to first. Ooh, a low throw. Squeezed by Zanghini. So the first out of the inning on the drop third strike. One out, man on second. And the number 9 hitter, Jack Callahan, who came up with a key single to left field in the last inning to score a run. Fastball low, ball 1. Swing and a miss. The throw down to third. And he's under the tag. So 2 stolen bases by Riemann. Puts the runner at third base with 1 out. And Callahan still at the plate. 1-1. Casper can't fake to third there, so he has to throw over to McLaughlin. Token attempt. Good job to avoid the balk. Pitch outside, ball 2 on the fastball to Callahan. Curveball drops in for strike 2. 2-2. Great pitch there from the sophomore. Casper delivers from the stretch. Fastball fouled straight back. Good job by Callahan fighting that one off. Lives for another pitch. Two and two count, 1 out. Runner on third in the top of the 4th. New Rochelle leads 4-0. Looking to extend the lead here. Pitch in the dirt. Good job by Cringdon to block it. And the count is full. And the pitch. Grounded to Zangini. He looks the runner back at third and then waits for the runner coming down the first baseline. Smart play from the senior captain, not turning his back on the runner, and they get 2 outs. Riemann stays at third base, and now the leadoff hitter, Tito, who is 0 for 1 on the day. He walked and reached on an error by McIntyre in his second at bat. Curveball buckles him. Looked like it came in for a strike, but the ump called it a ball, so it is 1-0 to the senior right fielder. Bunts down the third baseline, spins foul. So it's 1-1 to number 14. Casper gets the sign, eyes the plate, delivers a ball again, another breaking ball, misses the zone, 2-1. Casper now at 81 pitches on the day, 17 in the inning. That 34 pitch inning in the third really coming at a price as the ball all the way up, and a lucky fan with the catch. The relief pitcher, Andrew Danziger, up on the hill, manning the video camera, multitasks, and comes up with the catch. It's now 2-2. Two count, 2 outs. Ground ball. McIntyre does a great job getting him at first by a hair. Beautiful glove and throw from the sophomore shortstop. to end the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors on 19 pitches. The score remains 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. DeVito, McIntyre, and McLaughlin up to bat. Here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mike Spidey DeVito at the plate watches strike one. DeVito got the nickname Spidey by climbing the fences in Little League to get foul balls that got stuck up in the fencing. Leaves that one high. It's 1-1 as the Mamaroneck dugout is getting loud, looking for a rally here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This potent offense has been quiet so far. We'll see if they can get something going as a pop fly into foul territory. And Ryder hauls it in for the first out. So Ryan McIntyre now steps to the plate. Strike one, catches the inside corner, 0-1. Fouls that one off his body. 0-2 now to the sophomore shortstop. A lot of talent in the Mamaroneck program. 3 sophomores on this 33-man roster, full of junior talent for next year's run to follow up however far they're able to get this season. And then plenty of sophomores on JV to come up as well. Good swing at a fastball there, fouls it straight back. When you have a slow fastballer, it's hard to tell what is off speed and what is a fastball. There is not much difference between his fastball and his change, so it's hard to tell. That's a fastball straight to the shortstop. And Santarpia gloves it and throws for the second out of the inning as Max McLaughlin now steps to the plate. McLaughlin hit a fly ball to Riemann in center field in his first at bat. So no one on with 2 outs, down 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Off-speed pitch stays high above the zone, 1-0. Ground ball gets past the infield, through the 5-6 hole, and then gets past the left fielder, and McLaughlin will advance to second on the error. So a single turns into a man on second on the fielding error by Semenza, and Mamaroneck could have an opportunity here with the number 8 hitter Cringdon at the plate with a runner on second. Felici has thrown only 10 pitches in this inning, only 48 pitches on the day. Ground ball by Cringdon to the third baseman, Rosenberg. Ryder squeezes it to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit and 1 error, 11 pitches for Felici. And New Rochelle will have the 2-3-4 hitter, Ryder, Glennon, and Santarpia coming up in the top of the 5th here on LMC Varsity Sports. Here we are in the top of the 5th. Stephen Astis at Mamaroneck High School as Mamaroneck trails New Rochelle 5-0. Close the book on Joey Casper. Casper threw 83 pitches, 56% of them strikes, 0 earned runs, 3 hits, 3 walks. Now in is Joey Tantillo. Tantillo has been solid all season for Mamaroneck. We'll see if he can settle things down, but starts by hitting Ryder with the first pitch of his outing. So Ryder will take first on the off-speed pitch. The defense remains the same for Mamaroneck. Ball outside. 1-0 to Glennon, who's 0-1 on the day. Glennon struck out looking and walked in his second at bat. Another pitch outside for Tantillo. We go from Joey Casper to Joey Tantillo, as Glennon has 2-0. Swing and a miss by Glennon as Tantillo pops the glove of Cringdon. Fly ball to right field. Good job by Campbell, and he could double up. No, but the throw offline by Campbell. Great job of over-the-shoulder catch by the senior second baseman. But he spun and threw to first to try and double up Ryder and could not throw accurately on that try. Nice attempt by Campbell. So Ryder remains at first base, and Santarpia now at the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Hit a pop fly to right field that dropped in. Scored 1 on the play, the second one scoring on the errant throw. Swing and a miss there by Santarpia. 0-1. Little outside there, 1-1 the count. It is getting late for Mamaroneck. They are down 4-0 in the top of the 5th here. Swing and a miss again by Santarpia. Great pitch by Tantillo. One and 2 is the count with 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Pitch high, 2-2. Number 20. Stephen Ryder has been dirty since the very beginning of the day, and his jersey has been covered all day long. That ball hit Santarpia, so Tantillo with his second hit batsman of the inning on the inside fastball. Just caught Santarpia. Mason Rosenberg, 1 for 2 on the day. He grounded out in his first at bat and singled on a line drive to right center field in his second. Runners on first and second. 4-0 New Rochelle. Pitch high, ball 1. Tantillo stuff looking really good. That last pitch just barely got away from him. An unfortunate series of events. You know that first pitch to Ryder, he just wanted back. Curveball didn't break. And there he has an attempt to pick off Ryder. But Ryder was too close to the bag there. Tantillo has been good all season long. We'll see if he can keep things settled down, give Mamaroneck a chance to climb back into this game. Good pitch there, catches the outside corner. Strike one, 1-1. Pitch just misses the zone high. 2-1 the count now for Tantillo, facing Rosenberg, the number 5 hitter. Line drive over the head of Renner, but he tracks it down as he always does. Gloves it for the second out. So now Chris Semenza will be at the plate. Semenza, the left fielder, 0 for 2 on the day, as we get a pinch runner. Diego Antequera is the pinch runner at second base for Ryder, trying to get some speed on the base paths. See if a single can score him. Tantillo, 14 pitches now in this inning. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Peter Jacob Ferraro now warming up in the bullpen for Mamaroneck. The pitch. Line drive, Asher Tannenbaum chases it, diving play, drops in. Renner with the throw home, and it scores the runner, Antequera. The coaching move pays off as the speed on the base paths scores the 5th run of the day on the single by Semenza. Valiant attempt by the left fielder Tannenbaum. He just missed the diving attempt. Strike high in the zone. Schiaparelli will take that strike. Mamaroneck needs to find a way out of this inning now. Oh, beautiful pitch there by Tantillo. Gets him looking there. 0-2, the count to Ricky Riemann. Riemann 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center field and walked. And he swings meekly at that 0-2 off-speed pitch. And that'll do it for the top of the 5th. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 18 pitches by Tantillo. We have Zingini, Campbell, and Tannenbaum, bottom then top, coming up in the bottom of the 5th inning here on LMC Varsity Sports. Ground ball by Zingini. He races down the first baseline. The throw just gets him on the diving play by Rosenberg. Rosenberg had a beautiful diving play yesterday as well, and he does it again here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So 1 away on 1 pitch, as Felici still in the game, having thrown only 50 pitches on the day. And we're back at the top of the order. Michael Campbell 0 for 2 on the day. He flew out to center field and lined out to left field in his first 2 at-bats. Oh, bunts down the third baseline. He will definitely beat this one out for a single. Great job there of getting on base, as that is exactly what Mamaroneck needs right now, is base runners. So with one away, the hot-hitting Asher Tannenbaum will step to the plate. Tannenbaum 1 for 2 on the day. He reached on an error by the pitcher and then singled on a fly ball to left field, as there is a meeting at the mound. Stephen Astis coming to you solo from Manchester Field for LMC Varsity Sports. The 11-4 Mamaroneck Tigers hosting the 3-7 New Rochelle Huguenots. New Rochelle with a commanding 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It is getting late and the weather is starting to turn. Hopefully it will hold off and Mamaroneck will be able to rally for what would be their biggest comeback victory of the season. They were down 5 in South Carolina, but they did have runs on the board at the time. Ooh, close pickoff move. Doesn't get Campbell as he dives safely back into the bag. Good scoop and tag by Ryder, but it was a hair too late. Felici from the stretch drops in a pitch a little low and outside there, so Tannenbaum has the 1-0 count. Swings at a pitch in the dirt. Good job by Glennon to hop on that one. So Campbell cannot advance. Do not want to test the arm of the senior catcher. Another off-speed pitch. Stays fair. Just catches the line, and Campbell races to third, and he is in safely. Advancing to third, and the double by Tannenbaum on the hard ground ball down the left field line. So 2 runners in scoring position here with only 1 out. And Renner now at the plate. Renner 0 for 2 on the day. A hard ground ball and a regular ground ball, both to shortstop. He is due for a big hit. Long fly ball down the left field line into foul territory, caught by Semenza, and they will tag on the play. Actually, Tannenbaum will stay at second, but Campbell wisely tagging on the foul ball out, scoring the first run. I scored that a sac fly in the book. I'm not sure if it counts as a sac fly on a foul ball out. Oh, and a fly ball by Antonelli just under it. So they strand Tannenbaum at second base, but they do plate 1 run here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 7 pitches. New Rochelle will have the 8, 9, and 1 batter coming up in the top of the 6th here on LMC Varsity Sports. Top of the 6th inning, Joey Tantillo remains in the game. 18 pitch inning for him in the 5th. Pitch low and inside to Carter. Ball 1. Carter's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking. And out at first on a drop third strike in his second at bat. Pitch high, ball 2, 2-0. Strike, catches the top of the zone there, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. Pitch misses there, 3-2 now. Misses high with that one and walks the leadoff batter Carter, and now Callahan steps to the plate. Callahan 1 for 2 on the day, grounded out to the first baseman in his last at bat after an RBI single to Tannenbaum. Squares to bunt. Oh, Crington drops it, throws down to second, but Carter able to advance on the pass ball. Schiaparelli now out to talk to his battery mates, try and settle them down and talk some energy into them, I suppose. They cannot afford advancing base runners on errors. So the infield conference comes to a close and the players return to their positions. It has gotten noticeably darker here at Manchester Field. We are now an hour and 41 minutes into the game. 5-1 New Rochelle over Mamaroneck. Callahan squares to bunt, sends the bunt. They don't have anyone to throw to, and they throw it at the very last second. Oh, and they call him safe. The throw pulls him off the bag, and no one at second base as Callahan advances to second on the play. So we'll call that a stolen base there. I'm not really sure how to score that, advancing to second as there was no one to cover. Renner now comes in, Isaac Lewis now comes in at first base for Zanghini. Runners on second and third with no outs here in the 6th inning. And Max McLaughlin now on the mound for Mamaroneck. We'll be back in just a moment. McLaughlin now on the mound. Matt Adamo comes in at third base. First pitch up in the zone, ball 1. Coach Schiaparelli pulling out all the stops as Lewis is at first base, Adamo at third base, McLaughlin on the mound, pitch low, ball 2. Schiaparelli trying anything he can to try and stem the tide here and keep it a 5-1 game. It is still within reach as Mamaroneck has 2 more turns at the plate. McLaughlin now pipes one down the middle, 2-1. Foul down the first base line, out of play. 2-2 the count. McLaughlin has been rock solid as a relief pitcher for Mamaroneck, usually in the closer's role. Ground ball, good job by Campbell to glove that one, keep the runner at third on the hard ground ball to second base. First out of the inning as the infield was in. Runners stay at second and third, still 5-1, one away. Now at the plate, Steven Ryder, 0 for 1 on the day, reached on an error, hit a sacrifice fly, and was hit by a pitch. Pitch high, ball one. Ooh, tried to drop one down, almost got Ryder to chase it, but he's able to hold off. It is 2-0. Same attempt to no avail. It's now 3-0. And Schiaparelli wasting no time, sending Ryder down the first with an intentional ball, loading the bases and giving Mamaroneck a chance at a double play to end the inning. Charlie Glennon now at the plate. He struck out looking, walked, and popped out to the second baseman. 0 for 2 on the day. But he is a dangerous hitter. They need to be careful with how they pitch to him here. No swing there. Able to check his swing, 1-0. New Rochelle looking for a tremendous upset of one of the top teams in Section 1 as Glennon offers at that one and swings through. 1-1. The rain is starting to come down now. Ground ball. McIntyre throws to second. They do not get the runner at first, though, so the run at third scores on the second out of the inning on a fielder's choice to second base. Good job by McIntyre getting to that one and getting the runner at second. A light rain now coming down. We were expecting storm clouds, which is why the game was pushed up a half hour. Unfortunately, one of the field umps wasn't really aware of that change of time, so we didn't actually, oh no, and the ball gets past Crington. The throw home is late, and the runner at third scores. So it's now 7-1 New Rochelle with a runner on second and 2 outs. Pitch in for a strike. One and 2 count. Pitch high to Santarpia. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Fly ball to right field. DeVito is under it, and he comes down with it for the final out of the 6th. So 2 runs on no hits and 1 error, 25 pitches for Mamaroneck. Number 5, 6, and 7 hitters, DeVito, McIntyre, and McLaughlin, coming up in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th inning, Mamaroneck trails now 7-1. Pinch hitting for Michael DeVito is number 28, Jack Rosenfeld, senior outfielder. We'll see if he can spark something for the Tigers. And he does with the line drive into right center field. Coaching decision pays dividends right off the bat. No pun intended for Coach Schiaparelli. Shortstop McIntyre now at the plate. And Michael DeVito will come back in as the runner. Good job of pinch hitting by Rosenfeld. McIntyre now 1 for 2 on the day. Oh, hard shot. They have a chance to get the lead runner as DeVito wasn't sure if it was caught. So the fielder's choice erases the runner at second base. Good job there by Felici on his 58th pitch of the afternoon to have his head about him and get the lead runner, keeping the base runner only at first base. Now McLaughlin up 1 for 2 on the day. Pitch in the dirt. McIntyre unable to advance as Glennon does a great job of blocking that one and pouncing on it quickly. Kobe Menser, the junior catcher, on deck to pinch hit for Zach Crington. Pitch in the dirt for McLaughlin. He watches that one. 2-0. From the stretch, Felici leaves it outside. 3-0 for McLaughlin. Have to imagine he'll have the take sign here as they need base runners. Nearing 2 hours, and the cloud cover is making it very dark here. And McLaughlin walks on 4 straight pitches. Menser now at the plate, without question the best hitter in the class of 2020 for Mamaroneck. He was on fire in the first part of the season. He's cooled off a little bit here of late. We'll see if he can come up with some magic. Now against the soft throwing Felici. Mamaroneck has not been able to figure out this pitcher. It is only 6:10 in the afternoon, so the sun is out there somewhere behind all these clouds. We're opening up the aperture on our cameras, so you guys don't really have a true sense of just how dark it is out there on the field. Pitch in the dirt, 2-0 to Menser. Crucial at bat here with 1 out and 2 on. Down by 6. The largest deficit Mamaroneck has faced in an attempt to come back. They've lost 8-2 and 6-0 as Menser has 3-0. So they've lost by 6 twice already this season. 2 of their 4 losses. They actually lost 13-3 in the championship game as the game just sort of got away from them in the late innings down in South Carolina. but this is the largest deficit they faced in Section 1 play. In what has otherwise been a very successful season for Mamaroneck. Kobe Menser watching strike one down the middle. Of course, they need base runners, so that was the call to make him throw a strike, and now he will have the green light at a pitch he can hit. Swing and a foul straight back onto the roof. Draws the count full, 3-2. Important at bat here for the junior. Hard ground ball off the foot of Felici. He's able to get to the ball and throw the runner out at first for the second out. It's not the first time that has happened here today. Felici fielding his position well as Menser advances the runners to second and third. 2 outs now as Isaac Lewis is at the plate. The leadoff hitter Michael DeVito is on deck. Campbell is 1 for 3 on the day. Singled on a bunt in his last at bat as Felici now comes out of the game after 68 pitches. In comes Jonathan Racanello, the hard-throwing right-hander. We'll be back in just a moment on LMC Varsity Sports. We're back now in the bottom of the 6th inning, 2 outs. Racanello on the mound. Isaac Lewis at the plate. Lewis watches a fastball inside for ball 1. A single will score 2. Jesse Harwin in as a pinch runner at second base, getting some speed on the base paths as Lewis watches ball 2 and then watches strike 1. So 2-1 count, hitter's count here for the senior left-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. Ooh, strike catches the corner. High and outside, but just enough of the black for the second strike of the at-bat. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Oh, strike 3 called. And Racanello sits them down. Isaac Lewis did not like that call. He has something to say to the ump, but to no avail as that ends the inning. No runs on 1 hit. 17 pitches. New Rochelle will send Rosenberg, Semenza, and Riemann up in the top of the 7th. We'll be back in just a moment. First pitch, line drive to Michael Campbell for the first out as the rain is really coming down now. And we are not undercover, so I am getting drenched as McLaughlin throws a strike down the middle. Ground ball to first base. Lewis will field it himself. And there are 2 outs. It is raining hard and steady now on the field. As Ricky Riemann is now up to bat, 0 for 2 on the day. McLaughlin drops a strike in for strike 1, 0-1. Ball high, 1-1 the count. Ball high again, 2-1. Ground ball to shortstop. Mishandled by McIntyre. And Riemann is on first base, bringing up the number 8 hitter, Matthew Carter. Two away in the top of the 7th. Strike down the middle, 0-1. Pickoff move, high and away. Gets Riemann diving back into the bag. Oh, close to getting him there. He was not ready for that one. Throws again over to first as the rain lets up just a little bit. Oh, the ball got away from Lewis. And Riemann now advances to second. Carter 0 for 2 on the day. Has a chance to extend the lead with a single here. Curveball stays up, misses the zone, 1-1. 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. New Rochelle up big, 7-1. Looks to steal third. Oh, and they get him on a strike him out, throw him out. Oh, actually, sorry. My bad, that was strike 2, but Cringdon throws well to third to get him on the stolen base attempt, and that will end the top of the 7th. We'll come back in just a minute here on LMC Varsity Sports. Here we are on the bottom of the 7th inning. Do or die time, and they have the top of the order up. Michael Campbell at the plate. Pitch outside for ball 1. Fouls that one off. Tried to golf the low pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Fouled straight back. High, out of play. Two and 2 count to Campbell. Outside, 3-2. pop fly down the right field line. Caught just in foul territory. Might have been fair territory, but Tito catches it nonetheless for the first out. New Rochelle 2 outs away from victory. Asher Tannenbaum now at the plate, 2 for 3 on the day. Had a hard ground ball double in his last at bat. Fly ball single, and he reached on an error. He's reached on all 3 at bats. Pitch high for ball 1. Stephen Astis here at Manchester Field. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. And a strike. 1 looking to Asher Tannenbaum. 7-1 New Rochelle. Ball high, just misses the zone, 2-1. Low and inside, 3-1 to Tannenbaum. Mamaroneck needs base runners aplenty here in the bottom of the 7th. That ball gets away. He races down to first, but will not be able to advance as Glennon tracks it down quickly. Ethan Renner now at the plate. Renner 0 for 2 on the day. He grounded out to short twice and then was out on a sac fly down the left field line, accounting for the only run of the game on the RBI sac fly. Beautiful bunt by Renner. Oh, and they throw it away unnecessarily. So Tannenbaum goes to third on the bunt single. Glennon throws it away for the error. Santarpia in to talk to Raccanello. Now Antonelli, the DH, in to hit. Oh for 3 on the day. He's hit 3 fly balls to center field. Up high, ball 1. There is still life in this Mamaroneck roster. They've got the bats. They've come back from games like this before, maybe not this dire, this late, but they have had some magical moments here on this field. 22 league titles. Three state championships. You don't get there without some magic. It looks like they won't be able to do it, but that is exactly when magic happens. We'll see if it can happen here. Ball 3 low, 3-1. They could load the bases for DeVito with 1 away. Strike, catches the outside corner. Antonelli thought it was a ball. Schiaparelli going out to talk to the field ump. Not sure what he wants to discuss with him. Maybe he thought it was a balk. I wasn't really focusing on the pitcher there, but obviously he must have thought that the pitcher delivered a little quick. You have to come to a full stop to let the runners know that you are either delivering home or going to a base. There has to be a pause in your motion when you come set. So Schiaparelli must be going out there to remind the field ump to watch for it. Fouled straight back. Remains 3-2 to the DH. Ground ball to third base. They throw it high, but they're able to tag Renner. They let the runner at third score. Tannenbaum scores on the play, so it'll be an RBI, fielder's choice for Antonelli, as Renner is out at second for the second out of the inning. They are down to their final out. JT Bierman now in to pinch run for Antonelli. It is 7-2 with 2 outs, and Michael DeVito at the plate. McIntyre on deck. DeVito lets that one go, called strike one. Looked a little high and outside, but I don't have the best vantage point here. Fly ball, pop fly to the shortstop, and that should do it. Mamaroneck falls to New Rochelle, 7-2. And that will do it here at Manchester Field. We'll be back with post-game reaction in just a moment on LMC Varsity Sports. So that'll wrap it up here from Manchester Field. A crushing defeat for the Mamaroneck Tigers. They did not expect this type of performance on a day where they could have clinched their 23rd league title of the history here at Mamaroneck High School. Not the kind of game that Schiaparelli, I'm sure, wanted to see out of this team heading into the final stages of the regular season and on to postseason play. But this will be a learning lesson. They'll take this, absorb it, have to swallow it and eat it for a little while. They play again against Scarsdale next week, and then a tough game against RC Ketchum, and then Regis and Shenandoah and Columbia High School still in the offing before the regular season comes to a close and they move on to the postseason play. This has been Steve Anastas coming to you for LMC Varsity Sports. I want to thank the Chief Executive Officer Matt Sullivan and the sports producer Rob Moretti. And we'll be back for more LMC Varsity Sports action with lacrosse, girls and boys, and softball. And that'll do it here for Mamaroneck Tigers Varsity Baseball. Thanks for watching on LMC Varsity Sports.
If you are interested in sponsoring this or other programs on LMC TV, contact us for more information.